Hello, how are you? Now, today our topic is Philosophy of Law, LLB 5-year program, part first. First of all, introduction, history, and the role of law in society. It is sometimes tough, but important topic. What is the law and meaning? Law is a system of rules that are created and enforced through special or governmental institution to regulate behavior. It has been defined both as the science of justice and the art of justice. Law is a system that regulates and ensure that individual or a community adhere to the will of the state. The state enforced law can be made by a collective legislature or by a single legislature, resulting in statutes by executive through decrees and regulation are established by judge through precedent, normally in common law jurisdictions. Private individual can create legally binding contract including arbitration agreements that may elect to accept alternative arbitration to the normal court process. The formation of law themselves may be influenced by a constitution, written or tacit, and the right encoded therein. The law shapes politics, economics, history, and society in various ways and serve as a mediator of relations between people. A general distinction can be made between civil law jurisdictions in which a legislature or other control body codifies and consolidate their law and common law system, where judge-made precedent is accepted as binding law. Historically, religious law play a significant role even in setting of secular matter and is still used in some religious communities. Islamic Sharia law is the world's most widely used religious law. Is used the primary legal system in some countries such as Iran and Saudi Arabia. The addition of law is generally divided into two main areas. Criminal law deals with conduct that are considered harmful to social order and in which a guilty party may be imprisoned or fined. Civil law deal with the relation of laws disputes between individual and or organization. Law provide a source of solid inquiry into legal history, philosophy, economics, analysis, and sociology. Law also raises important and complex issues concerning inequality, fairness, and justice. The history of law linked closely to the development of civilization. The history of law is the history of our race and embodiment of its experience. It is the most unerring moment of its wisdom and of its frequent want of wisdom. The best thought of a people is to be found in its legislation. Its daily life is best married in uses and customs which constitute the law of its ordinary transaction. The second chapter, page of the role of law in society. When one considers the arbitrary number of nations, law, and forms of government that have emerged throughout the history of civilization, it becomes apparent that although mankind share common traits and attributes, societies often implement different principles as they strive to protect their interests and achieve their goals. As the philosopher Jean Jacques Rousseau remarked, beside the principle of are common to all, every nation has in itself something that gives them a particular application and make its legislation peculiarly its own. Because every society faces a unique set of challenges, every society must solve its particular dilemmas in a unique fashion. In this celebrated work, the spirit of laws, Montesquieu observed that the government most conformable to nature is that which best agrees with the humor and disposition of the people, in whose favor it is established. This treatise seek to illustrate that the law of society must be founded upon principle that not only promotes its welfare and goals, but also are compatible with its culture. If a society is to be successful, its government must also be capable of recognizing threats to stability and managing them in fashion that preserve its ideals and foundational principles. This treatise is divided into the three parts. Part 1 consists of an abstract philosophical decision on the nature of government and role of law within society. In part 2, the role of law within the American system of government is portrayed. Part 3 begins with a constitution of the role fulfilled by the Supreme Court within the American legal system and conclude with a discussion considering an partner uselessful of the court in preserving the fundamental principle of American society. The role of law in civil society. On the purpose of law in general, many philosophers have attempted to explain the origin of law and of civil society.